demonic clowns, possessed dolls, Elvis sightings. We all love an urban legend, right? Hollywood loves them too. The Toll is another horror film in a long line of horror movies based on an urban legend, or so it seems. A socially awkward Uber driver, I think, and his wary passenger try to make it to their destination only to be stopped by a manipulative and as nasty as a gas station toilet supernatural entity known as the Toll Man that will only let one of them through once a grim price has been paid. The premise is simple but creepy enough, yet the pertinent question is, will the Toll gain hallowed entry into the mausoleum of madness, the tomb of terror, yes, the den of horror? Or will it simply get tossed into the Blu-ray bin and become yet another forgettable B-grade horror movie? Let's find out. Horror filmmaker Michael Nader's The Toll does sound like a tired old story that we've seen a million times before, but it does valiantly attempt to tell the story in a fresh kind of way. It's also a lot smarter than I initially gave it credit for, because it lures you into thinking that it's going to be a predictable story and then smacks you in the face with a massive, well-executed twist. With its dead of night forest setting, The Toll is well shot and rich in atmosphere. But its true star is, well, it's two stars, Jordan Hayes and Max Toplin. In particular, Max Toplin's adorable dodgeball Spencer is a gift that keeps on giving. The story also opens with a very intriguing and interesting, not to mention creepy opening act, and after a somewhat uneven second act brings it all together for a very satisfactory finale. So as far as gory gratification goes, The Toll delivers. Now, The Toll has a few scary scenes to offer, but the one that grabbed me wasn't necessarily the film's scariest scene, but it was a special scene to me. Early on in the movie, Hayes' character Cammy decides that she is going to go and look for help on foot after the car breaks down. She goes on a long walk only to discover, mysteriously, that this perfectly straight road leads her all the way back to the broken down car. It's after seeing this scene that I realized that maybe The Toll has more to offer than your average Saturday night forgettable horror movie. Now, unfortunately, The Toll isn't all fun and popcorn. After a genuinely good opening filled with supernatural creepiness and a few good scares, the film does start to stumble once it reaches the dreaded second act. So what was it that didn't work about this film that actually started out as a perfectly respectable little horror movie? In trying to create tension and fill the plot, I feel, with the two characters always questioning each other as well as their own inner demons, The Toll becomes a little bit too heady, too abstract, not to mention too chaotic for its own good. Its shift from supernatural Saturday night horror movie into the realm of psychological horror, to me, felt jarring. Now, where does this leave The Toll's chances of gaining entry into the hallowed den of horror? Maybe we need to take a look at how scary The Toll actually is. Well, with its reliance on actual scares and tension rather than just jump scares, mixed in with its dark, palpable forest setting, The Toll scores a respectable butcher's knife and a meter of fear. I've also got to mention that if you are a fan of films like The Blair Witch Project, The Witch, and also As Above, So Below, then you might like The Toll, because this movie certainly harkens back to those sorts of films. Now, the thing that I really liked about The Toll is that it seems to be a horror film made for horror fans by a horror fan. Michael Nader is a fan of horror movies, and he seems to understand the components of what makes the horror movie work. And The Toll certainly displays this, regardless of its kind of wonky middle act. So should The Toll be granted a place in the Den of Horror? Well, here's the thing. The Den of Horror is not a place for the elitists, okay? This place does not come with any judgment. You don't have to be the best movie, you just need to be a good one. And as far as good horror movies go, The Toll is one of them. So welcome in. So there you have it, everyone. That is my very quick review of The Toll. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Go and check it out. Like I said, not the best, but certainly very, very good entertainment value. And if you've seen it, let me know in the comment down below what you thought. Something else I'd like to know from you guys is, how do you think The Toll, if you've seen it, fares against another urban legend classic, Candyman? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content, I have a lot more coming your way. So please subscribe to the channel, like this episode, share, do all of that kind of funky stuff. But most importantly, stay safe, stay happy, and stay horror, man.